What is up, everyone? Welcome to the next episode in our Epic the Musical reactions. I am here, as always, with Panda,
Hey guys, how are you?
and we are on to the next saga. We are on to the Underworld Saga. I'm scared.
Oh god, I'm terrified. Everybody has been telling me that I've talked to, from Discord to people I know in my real life, that have watched all of the sagas. They're like, you are so not ready. Get ready to cry, get ready to scream, everything.
Yeah, yeah, and like from the pretty much the first reaction we've done on here, we've had comments being like, "Wait till the Underworld Saga. Just wait to." I'm terrified of what this saga is going to bring, and it's only 3 videos. It is
Yeah.
only 3 videos long, and it's going to traumatize us that much. Did they did
Yeah.
they did they did they keep it as 3 songs because anything more than that would just kill the audience? I do know that if you take a general musical structure, this is the
Mhm.
first. This is the end of the first arc, I think they called it, or first. This is basically pre-intermission. These we're
Basically.
gonna this is where we'd put the intermission. So that's scary enough because that's always a crescendo of a musical. That's always a
Yep.
moment that leaves you on the edge of your seat. So
Mhm.
we're not going to keep babbling. This song is called "The Underworld." I like that is the name of the song, I believe,
Yeah,
unless I'm wrong with that.
that's pretty good.
Um, yeah. So the animatic that we are reacting to is an animatic by, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation. TheeArteest. I'm guessing it's pronounced TheeArteest because it's
Uh,
TheArteest. The
I guess
artiste.
so. The
Yeah,
artiste,
I'm
very fancy.
yes, exactly. It's the artist, but with a posh accent.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yes, super excited to see what they do with the animatic. Terrified to see what this song is going to bring, but we know we're going to be blown away by the vocals. So, uh, as always, check out the original animatic. Check out the original song by Jay, and we're going to get into this. This is the first song of the Underworld Saga called "The Underworld." Let's go.
Friends, Cersei's instructions were clear. No matter what we hear, full speed ahead until we find the prophet. My comrades, this land confuses your mind. So no matter who we find, full speed ahead.
I love that right away we're getting that full speed ahead motif.
And it's
That is,
very much it's like, he's talking about this land confuses the mind, and so the callback is kind of grounding. You're
mm,
grounded into what we've been doing, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. This is us. This is our mission. There are going to be. I'm guessing that he's been told there's going to be tricks or illusions or things to try and trap them or get them. So they need to just stay on point, on mission. We're going to the Oracle. Nothing else matters. Don't trust your ears. Don't trust your
Right.
eyes. We're just moving. Which right from the first line, that's like the fact that we're 20 seconds in, they're already giving that warning is scary because someone's not going to do that. That's the
Yeah.
foreshadowing right there. I also love that this Epic has this fantastic thing it does that a lot of musicals do, where the music itself is a motif that gets carried through. As soon as this song started with that bum 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 bum, and
Mhm.
that particular, like, that sound has been used across so many different songs, and it ties everything in so well together that it's
Right.
just brilliant songwriting.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I don't know who Jay studied under in terms of how to write a musical, but the man has done a freaking masterclass. The fact that I don't know if he's done things before this that I just haven't heard of, but the fact that he is out here putting a musical together with such intelligence and such a perfect way of writing a musical, it's like, this kid's a prodigy. How does the world not know about him?
I know.
Like,
Well, and it's
it's
even more
bizarre.
impressive, from, since you're talking about a musical here, you're talking
Mm,
about he has to figure out how to write a good music piece, okay? Several
yep.
good music pieces, then
Hmm.
integrate them together and create a story that's also compelling, where each and every single piece of music flows together and keeps the story moving. That's incredible.
Exactly. Exactly. And not only does all that, but also, like I said, the music ties back into itself, does callbacks within the music and the lyrics while still making each song feel unique and individual.
Right.
That's that is so damn impressive. All right, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I'm scared. I love the fact that I know that she took a good turn at the end of the last song, but Odysseus has just gone all in on trusting Cersei, which is great. Like we love that he's greeting the world with open arms now, like he was told to. But yeah, just I hope that, again, I said it in the Cersei reaction, like it could very well be that, oh yeah, you need to go to the underworld. How do we do that? But
Right.
obviously they found a different way to get there. So we're trusting Cersei. We're moving on. That's fine. But yeah, let's see where this goes.
No matter who we fight, full speed ahead until we find the prophet. Good. All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream. Only nightmares of those who died. Nothing's what it seems. And here in the underworld, the past seems close behind. This land confuses your mind.
All right, it's building to something changing there. I need to pause it before it does. Ooh, Nelly.
Obviously, you saw it in the animatic. He was going from one color to another from the split screen. But if you heard when it changed, everything kind of sounded like it had that that electronic distortion in the back, kind of like you were underwater.
Yep.
And so you could tell the difference between the one place and the other. And then it's got all of this kind of reverb, and it was really cool using, they didn't change the musical motif or anything like that. They used the sound effects to change where you were in your mind as well.
Yep. And even if it hadn't been for the animatic with that brilliant change that they did so well from the black and white to this green tone, even if they hadn't done that, the music alone and that shift alone was enough to make you go, oh, this is the moment where it shifted. And that's so well done. Taking that aside, then you're going to have those operatic style boss music type noises come in the background where it's like, oh, this isn't good, this is bad.
Not the big boss music again. Oh boy.
Yep. Every time the boss music comes in, things get worse and worse, and immediately, like, I don't know if it's meant to have been this way in the story, or like Jay's just saving time by cutting straight to it, but immediately they've crossed over into this world, and we have Odysseus going, all I'm hearing is they're screaming. When I close my eyes, I see all the dead people. I don't know if he's talking about the dead people in the underworld in general, or people that he's killed specifically. His own ghosts that he's seeing.
What I'm noticing, he starts straight away. He seemed to be pulled into that, right? But the guys behind him are saying this land messes with your mind. So he seems to be right now, either he's only hearing that as an echo, I don't know, but he seems to be the only one affected. The rest of them are trying to hold on, it sounds like.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's such a sudden change from him giving the big captain's speech of, we need to stick to our guns, don't listen, don't pay attention, we just need to move forward, to the second they cross over into that barrier, all hope's lost, all I hear is the screaming, and he's lost it for a moment here at least. And the crew are trying to fight that, it seems like, but he needs to, he will come back into himself, but for the moment, he's just losing it. Also, what this animatic's done with the way that it's showing the souls flying around, and it almost felt like Odysseus had one, either that it was either that he's meant to be watching one of them particularly, or that it was a thing of him that came out of him, because it cut straight from him to this orb that was flying. And yeah, the animatic's been done really, really well so far. All right, let's keep going.
This land confuses your mind. When does a man become a monster? 558 men who died under your command. Captain, 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 why would you let the Cyclops live when ruthlessness is mercy? All I hear is...
Oh my god.
Did you?
After the Poseidon reaction, someone had I forget who it was, and shout out to whoever it was that was, because you'll manage to do hints without spoilers.
Right.
But someone had said about, yep, you remember those numbers. You remember that it had said that, how many thousand people were under his command, And now how many it's saying, you remember that because that's going to be important.
Forgotten part of it. They put this in the somebody put this in the comments over Cersei saga. Poseidon had said 43 left under your command. Okay.
Uh-huh.
558 means that there were only 42 left. Well, at the end of the Cersei saga, apparently one of the guys was on top of the roof dancing and, yay, we're back to normal, and he fell off the roof and died.
I didn't even see that. Oh
Somebody
my
told me
god.
that. They told me that. I didn't see it either. So there is only
Okay.
42 left.
Wow. Okay. So even though it wasn't directly really shown in the Cersei saga, he lost at least one person
Two
during that
more.
whole thing.
Mhm.
And I don't know how that's shown in the Odyssey or what's done in the Odyssey there, whether it's a more direct death and they just chose to gloss over that and kill them by falling off a roof or something. Like she was feeding everyone pigs, but maybe one of those pigs ended up being one of his crewmates.
Yeah.
But either way, I know that the story of what happened with Cersei is very different in the original Odyssey to what we get in Epic,
Mhm.
which again, I love the changes that were made there. We didn't need the whole slight sexual, well, the pretty much sexual assault, the forced sexual sex life between him and Cersei. We didn't need all that. So I like that Jay's gone in a different direction, but
Right.
I was prepared for this to have people he killed in war and people like even I thought they were going to do something with the baby.
Oh, I don't
I
know.
I'd somehow not had it in my head coming into this today that the first thing we're going to be confronted with is the thousands of men that died under his command because of pretty much his actions.
And that's what got me
Ooh.
was the repeat of the captain, like in ruthlessness. They're
Yep.
crying out for him. I'm like, oh god, okay, I'm
Yep.
not gonna make it through this.
Yep, and the use of the line that ruthlessness is mercy to yourself, that
Hmm.
they called out that line to him, and that the images he saw were the Cyclops. So they're basically saying if you were more ruthless, not only would you have been merciful to yourself, you would have saved all of us if you just killed the Cyclops. Oh my god, that hit in a whole different way. All right, I get it. We are walking into trauma here. Great,
Mm,
cool. Let's.
all right.
I'm going back. I want all the trauma again.
I need
Let's
I
go.
need my I
Now I
need my
know.
child. I need my childhood teddy bear. Where is it? Okay.
I need to sit here hugging myself. I
Right.
know why he was watching this spirit that flew into the ground as well. Now I
Hmm.
know why we're watching this particular light. Okay,
Hmm.
let's go. Let's go.
Confuses your mind. When does a man become a monster? 558 men who died under your command. Captain, 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 why would you let the Cyclops live when ruthlessness is mercy? All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream. Only nightmares of those who die. Nothing's what it seems. Nothing's what it seems. But in the underworld, the past seems close behind. I keep thinking of the infant from that night. I keep thinking of the infant from that night.
This life is amazing when you breathe with open.
No.
Okay.
I hadn't processed the infant yet. Don't start singing open arms at me.
No. Oh gosh.
I need
Oh.
more time for this, Jay. Like we had his men. You gave us time to breathe with that. Then you have I keep thinking of the infant and we see the red blanket. Oh my god.
Love you, but I don't really like you right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm.
But again, it speaks to the caliber of this man's writing that he makes it hit this hard, that he makes it hurt this much.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm greeted with this thought of I need to see how this would be put on stage. I need to see how this would be done live action.
Mm-hmm. Because they
Because
used the singer that voiced Polites voiced this line here. So where would
uh-huh.
they have him? Would he just not be on stage? Kind of the echoing voice? Would he be there showing up in the background? What? Either way, it
Well,
would be extremely compelling, I'm sure.
that's the thing. We haven't even gotten into Polites yet because he said that line and now Odysseus has turned around, you can see they've drawn tears in his eyes and that. I'm guessing he's turning around to look at him. But are we getting zombie version of him? Are we getting some horrific, like he's been messed up in the meantime version? Like I'd be so curious how they do all the men. I'm guessing that it would be a very kind of like in a backdrop animation type of way where there's like all spirits swimming around and everything.
Mm.
The baby could be very easily on stage as like a prop with the red blanket, the way that's done in the animatic to symbolize that. But that how they would do this next section is what I'd be so curious about. But oh my god, they are just they have he has planted the seeds of this trauma through saga after saga, and now it's just a matter of he's set them up and he's knocking them down. Oh my god.
Okay, quit stalling. Keep going.
Yep. Okay, let's do this.
The underworld, the past seems close behind. I keep thinking of the infant from that night. I keep thinking of the infant from that night.
This life is amazing when you greet it with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place where we can light up the world, here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with open arms.
Oh,
Apologies.
again, the idea of him like showing Polites on there, singing happily, single spotlight on him, and then just as Odysseus reaches out to him, thwomp, gone in darkness. Chills.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm pausing so much. I'm sorry, but oh my god.
We have to breathe between these moments. Oh my
Yeah.
god. And now, you know,
I-
that when you listen to the animatics versus, or you watch the animatics versus listening to the music, to see that moment where he reaches out, it's not as clear. You know, I mean, you have a little bit of Polites, his voice is receding, you know.
Yeah.
So but that was a very good touch to the way they interpreted that particular sound.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that if they put this on stage, it would very much depend on how they showed the initial death. Because if they did a thing of like everything looks fine or heroic in the battle, and then suddenly when that club comes down when he gets killed, like switch to harsh red lighting, it could work just as effectively if he's there in normal light singing those lines, and then boom, that light goes red on him, and Odysseus has that moment of like gone. Um, there's so many incredible ways this could be staged, but I have never struggled to find what to say in a reaction more than this, or felt like I needed to say more in a reaction but couldn't find the words because, yeah, this has destroyed me in a big way.
We're a little over halfway through of the first song.
Yep, yep,
Oh boy.
and we're gonna keep going. Let's keep going.
That voice. It can't be. Mom?
Odysseus, when you come home, I'll be waiting. Even if you're the last thing I see, I'll be
I'm right here, Mom. Can't you see? I'm waiting. I took too long
I'll always love you.
and ventured too
I'll stay
far
in your
while you were waiting,
waiting.
Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my
Hey,
god. Are you kidding me with that? Man, I'm legit in tears over here. This is a joke.
I'm trying to compose to say something, but you know, at first I was sitting there thinking, okay, the way that it came through. First, I was thinking, what's the point of showing his mom? She doesn't have anything really to do with the story until I realized
She
apparently
was
she
alive.
has passed while he has been gone,
Yep. Yep. I picked that up
and he
too.
did
That
not
she.
know.
Oh my god. The the fact. Yeah. I'm always going to be sensitive with stuff with mums because I love my mum so much. I am
Same.
such a mama's boy, and like the idea of losing her, I we're never going to talk about that. That's not a thing that's going to happen. That woman is immortal. She better be because I can never lose my mum. The
Same.
fact, the idea of.
Our moms will be living on forever and ever,
Mhm.
nagging us about everything,
Yep, as the world should be. The
as it
fact
should
that
be.
the fact that he's gone off to war and she said she's promised him she'll be waiting there for him when he gets back, and he's taken too long. He's been gone for too long and missed that chance, and he'll never see her again. I
Jay, you're
you never
off my
know.
Christmas card list. You are off my Christmas card list.
Yep, yep. It just like it must have been even more intense back here, but you never know with your loved ones when's going to be the last time you say goodbye to them.
Mm,
But in back here, it was like he's gone away for 10 years. He must have, on some level, like it would have been a possibility that people are going to be gone when he gets back. But you never think your own mother.
right.
Um, they made that whole scene so beautiful. They made that
Exactly.
whole thing. The
And
two of
his
them singing together.
Yes, and his voice floating up into that high falsetto
Mm,
and being so very soft and breathy,
yep,
matching her tone, so that there were times where I couldn't quite. I mean, I was I was sitting here stunned, so that's probably
yep,
why. But I couldn't quite tell who was singing what note. They were
exactly.
intertwining.
Yep. And I feel like that musically that's done in such a special way to show like how tight they are, how connected they are, how
Hmm.
close they were, without us ever needing to have. He doesn't need to have mentioned his mum before this at all. We can tell just from the few lyrics that are here how much this has destroyed him, and the way that they sing together and how natural that singing is and how well they work together, how strong that bond is. Musically it's brilliant. Contents, it's destroying me, and I want to press charges. All right, let's take it back and keep going because I want to hear those two little bits again where they're actually singing in unison. Oh my god.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm pausing again, but I've just seen in the animatic where the spirit kisses him goodbye. Oh my god, that's brutal. All right, we're just going to continue from here, but I just needed to comment on that. Oh my god.
Bye, Mom. Scream. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream. I no longer dream. Only nightmares of those who died. Nothing's what it seems. Nothing's what it seems. But in the underworld, your past is always close behind. Your past is always close behind. Down in the underworld.
Damn.
We're not
What
the
an
only ones
ending.
who are. Apparently, we were not the only ones fed up with all that BS.
Yeah,
Because
you push a
wow.
man too far.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely push a man too far, and he's going to go past his breaking point and just went from broken to I'm not taking this. Absolute aggression pushing through.
Oh man.
Wow, what a shift at the end there into those power vocals. Those hit so damn hard. Also, I'm going to put it out there. I don't know if it's from the Odyssey originally where this idea came from and it's
Mm,
just been used continuously since then, or if it's just the way that the underworld is described in Greek mythology. But for anyone who has played the like extended god, actually, you know what? It's not even Greek mythology there. It's actually the Norse mythology where they show the underworld of Helheim.
mm,
But this
yeah.
idea that the afterlife is you reliving memories and regrets from your life
Mm-hmm.
has been used in so many different kind of mythologies and things like that, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if that's an Odyssey thing for the afterlife or if it's a a Greek mythology thing or if it's just something that Jay's used here in this
Yeah.
idea. but the idea of hell not being the afterlife, the bad side not being a fire and brimstone and torture thing and puffy white clouds of paradise. It is that
Mhm.
you spend eternity with the choices you've made, and
Mhm.
that's what will make the afterlife good or bad. Is what are you going to be reliving?
Right. And like I say, these people coming like I think if I anytime I've seen the underworld depicted in Greek mythology or at least stories, retellings of, they go down and they see all these people and they're not necessarily they're not seeing scenes of their life, but they're seeing these people and these people see
Yeah,
them and they can hear them and interact with them, and the people are stuck on, they're stuck from where they were, and so they're reminding them, hey, this is what happened, why did this happen, I'm sorry, or whatever, you know
yeah.
and so they can, like you say, they cannot get away from it no matter how they try.
Yep. And they're talking to these ghosts from their past, trying to explain themselves or rationalize, but it's too late for that because this person
Hmm.
can't hear you anymore. You just have to live with this choice. Either way, I feel like I need a week to recover from that, and that is the first song. We have two more songs
Hmm.
to record during this session. I need grief counseling right now.
And by the way, YouTube, how dare you put up Survive with the glasses right there on the screen when we just went through that.
Yep. Yep. YouTube is just gonna just get yep. And
Anyway.
I don't know. I am so broken after that completely.
Mm,
I yeah. The fact that the videos I'm seeing on my screen right now, I don't know if you're seeing the same ones as me, but I'm
mm,
seeing both Done For and I'm seeing Keep Your Friends Close,
uh-huh.
and both of those I'm sitting here like, oh, yep, okay. Now keep your friends close, and now he's in the underworld with all the people he let down and killed. Great. Make one wrong move and you're done for. Yep, that works as well. The songs in this have just all been they're not foreshadowing, but at the same time they are, and everything you look back on is just pain from
Like
this
at
point.
this point I want to ask Jay, are you okay, man? Are you okay?
Yeah, yeah. I can, but at the same time, if the original Odyssey is anything like this, I can understand why it's still something that's being read and studied today. Because
Oh yeah.
geez Louise,
Oh yeah.
the Shakespeare can take a seat in the corner. This is how you write a tragedy. Um, I freaking loved this. It broke my heart, but I loved it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We didn't even get to comment too much on the musical stuff on this one because the video was not the video, but the story of it
Story.
was just trauma. Yeah, absolute trauma. The vocals were beautiful as always. There was so much being done in the musicality and the vocals, and like I said, that moment with his mother where they're singing together and it's so
Hmm.
beautiful was done so well. But I couldn't even get into all that just because of the shock trauma that I had to feel here.
You guys were right.
And we're only on the first song. I don't even know what to expect from the next two. But just the fact that if I was listening, if I was riding my motorbike to work one morning, listening through Epic the musical, this is the point where I'd be like, no, I have to skip this song.
Skip,
I'm
skip,
pulling
skip.
over on the side of the road on a highway to skip this song because it's going to make me cry while I'm trying to ride.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, this was awesome. We will be back next week over on Panda's channel with the next song in the Hades saga. As
Underworld.
always, guys, please, yep, yeah, sorry, the Underworld Saga. Yep, that's the one. As always, guys, please check out the original animatic linked below and go and give it some support. Give it a like, give it a comment, and subscribe. Also, check out Jay's original audio for it, which is also linked in the description below. And check out Panda's channel, which is linked in the description below. She does amazing reactions where normally she does not only the original song of a requested song, but also a cover version of it. That's why her channel's called I've Got You Covered. So yeah, she checks out both in one video and compares them and gives notes on them. It's always fantastic. And yeah, leave a like on this video, comment, and subscribe. It means the absolute world to me to have more subscribers on the channel. It helps out so much with the algorithm, so please do that. And check me out on Patreon. Check Panda out on Patreon as well. I do weekly TV show reactions. Weekly TV show reactions, weekly polls, a monthly movie reaction, a monthly live stream, and at the highest tier, you can get a guaranteed reaction right here on my channel. Panda has a whole bunch of goodies that she'll talk to you about in next week's reaction, and we will see you then. Have yourself a fantastic day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.